Cool. I am here to tell you about the Writing Center and the service it offers to you as an AUB student. It's a really, really great service. And I think the best way to show you, why is to go to an image that I found on the internet that pretty much perfectly captures how I feel about writing sometimes, oftentimes, most of the time. I mean, it's tough. Lots of times your professor asks you to write a 6-page paper and 2 pages in, you're done. Khalas. It's like you've got nothing left. Or maybe you sit down and in class it was all clear and everything made sense. And then when you're sitting in front of the screen, it's nothing, Or my personal favorite, when you work your tail off, you turn in your paper, it's 6 pages or 10 pages or 12 or whatever, and then your professor writes you back a kind note that says something like, please revise, and you're like, okay, I would have written it that way if I had known how to do it. I did my best. What do you want from me? And this is the reality of writing. It is really difficult to communicate clearly and effectively. And yet, as this screenshot shows, the ability to communicate effectively in writing and orally is one of the top skills that people are looking for when they hire someone. So it matters. In our knowledge economy, writing and communication are here to stay. So if you want a better chance to succeed in academics and career, you got to work on them. And that's why the Writing Center is here. Okay, so that's kind of why we're here. What we do, let's clarify it real quick. There's kind of three things that we want you to know. The first is that writing is a process, and you can come in at any point in the process. There's only one little caveat. Please don't come in 30 minutes before your paper's due. That will not be useful for you. Okay, but you can come in at the brainstorming phase, the revision phase, the drafting phase. I sit with students that come in and they literally have not started any writing. They come in, we read the assignment, we get out a pad of paper, and we brainstorm ideas. Great, it's wonderful. Some students come in with a finished, polished draft, and they're trying to look for revision issues, big structural issues, or making sure that there's some flow between parts, et cetera, et cetera. And others are kind of in the drafting phase. They're in the middle of it. And you can come at any time. We will sit with you. We will help you. The next thing we want you to know is that we focus on the critical few. There's a principle, the Pareto principle. It's otherwise known as the 80-20 rule. A long time ago, this guy observed that 80% of the land in Italy is owned by 20% of the people, and it's kind of become a sort of common trope that like you wear 20% of your clothes 80% of the time. And in some ways, our tutors are trained to look for this 80-20 rule. We know how to focus on the few challenges in your paper that, if addressed, will yield the most significant improvements in your writing. Okay, so we focus in on that critical few. We give you options about what you want to work on. And while we will not fix your paper for you or edit your paper for you, we will help you figure out what you really want to say and how you can best say it. The third thing we want you to know is that we're for all writers of English and Arabic. We're not like for bad writers in English or something, okay? I work with PhD candidates, undergraduates. I work with faculty. And while I don't work with Arabic majors because I'm not Arab, we do have Arabic tutors. And so you need to know that we are here for you no matter whether you're writing in English or Arabic, for any kind of writing. It doesn't even have to be related to school. I had a person come in one time that wanted to write a thank you note. Okay, great. Let's work on your thank you note. So any kind of writing, we can work with you. So a typical session, you'll bring in a draft typically, or an assignment or an idea. You discuss your plan and questions, and we just have a conversation. What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to work on? We read, discuss, and work on your writing, and we actually do something, and we form a plan for your draft. What will your next step be? What will you work on next? That's sort of what a typical session looks like. So the other thing that we want to tell you about the Writing Center is, it's a safe place. It feels a certain way. It's not like judgy, So we get into a conversation. It's excuse me. It's a conversational tone with peers. Often you get individualized feedback about your particular concerns, your particular weaknesses. We're not there to judge you and be like, what kind of a paper is this? This is terrible. So it's free of judgment. You can just relax, and it's totally confidential. We never share that you've come to the Writing Center. And that safe space is really important, because a lot of times we have anxiety when we think about writing. We're embarrassed. We feel vulnerable about our writing. And we just want you to know that we're really chill, and we're here on your team. We're for you. And yeah. So what we do, what's the result, is that we equip writers. We make you better writers, right? So if you've got any of these common challenges, right, like effective introductions, linking paragraphs together, or am I integrating my quotes well? Do I need structural revisions? All of these common challenges are for every single writer. We all struggle with these things. And what we do is help you grow in these specific areas so that you can not only improve your current paper, but that you can continue being a better and better and better writer as you grow. And that will apply to any discipline, any genre. Okay, so that's kind of what you get. Now, to schedule an appointment, the easiest thing is honestly just to Google AUB Writing Center, okay? And we'll be the first site that comes up. This is what our website looks like. And if you scroll down, you'll see over here, schedule an appointment at the Writing Center in that blue call out box. So just go ahead and click on that button. If it's your first time, you actually have to register for an account. It's a little bit annoying, but it's only like 30 seconds of your life. It's not a big deal, but you can't use your normal AUB SIS login info. Now, do use your AUB email here, but then you'll create your own login credentials. And when you get into the screen, you'll see that we have white spots, white boxes. Those are available slots for you. So we're open 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. And you can just choose a time that suits your schedule. Also up here, notice that we have two locations. The main one is Ada Dodge and the other is in West Hall. So be aware of that. Now over here on the left is our place in Ada Dodge. It's a little challenging to get to sometimes. Basically, if you're looking in front of the cafeteria or the post office, to the right, you'll see those little stairs going up, and you go up those stairs and then go up a floor and follow the signs for Writing Center. It's kind of like close to the economics and CAMES departments. And when you open a door and walk out onto the roof and look at Bliss Street and LaSam, you're not in the wrong place. You're in the right place. So there we are right here. Turn to the left. The one in Ada Dodge is a bit easier. It's room 336. So excuse me, in West Hall, room 336. That one's a little easier to find. So that's really all we've got. And please do reach out, get in touch with us if you have any questions. Writing Center at aub.edu.lb. Please just get in touch with us. So that's it. And thank you for your time.